In Le Chemiseur, we make made-to-measure shirts, so we only make exactly what the client wants when he needs it. We don't produce any shirt which is not actually a customer order. So there's two advantages. First of all, the client, of course, is happy to have a really well-fitting shirt, but the other advantage is that we don't waste any fabric, any excess inventory. We don't have to do sales end of season because we don't have stock. And this is, of course, in a way, it's also cheaper once you have it well set up, and it's much better for the environment. In usual e-commerce, there's about 30% return rate, and we don't have all of these problems. And so my previous experience in the automotive supply chain, I worked a lot on just in time in the Toyota system, and in a way, this is what I carry over, is the almost religion that you should only make exactly what the client wants. And I think in fashion, there's a big opportunity to do that also, because you create value for the client, and at the same time, it's also better for the environment. It's just an engineering question to set it up so it works. To make the supply chain in fashion more sustainable, the challenge is, of course, that there's a lot of price pressure. And as a brand, I think consumers care a bit about the environment, but it really has to be good for the consumer so that he buys it. So the way we resolve it is through the precision economy and by making exactly what the client wants through made to measure, because this increases the value for the client because he gets the nice shirt made for him, and it's also good for the environment. So I think this is a great solution to make sustainable fashion work, because it's also good for the clients, simply. So Le Chemiseur became B Corp-certified in last year, and I think what really matters is as an entrepreneur and as a team, is that we really do things. It's not so much the certification, but that we really believe in our daily decisions, work in our case to reduce emissions in fashion. And if you do that, people over time, or your employees and investors and clients, they notice. And I think that's the most important thing, is what you really do. And then the certification was interesting for me, because I really had to sit down and analyze with numbers where our biggest impact was, and this was interesting. So in our case, it's really how much cotton and thread we use. The fabric production is the biggest impact for shirts. So everything, when you reduce fabric waste, it makes a big difference. For example, we also now ship everything without plane, just by truck and boat and so on, but that it's less than 1% of our emissions. It's still nice to have, but the big, you see where the big numbers are in our impact, which is really interesting. And then now we put B Corp on our website. I don't think it makes a huge impact for clients, but for some clients it's important, and I hope in the long term it creates trust with important people. So I guess that's good. Is there a contradiction between wanting to sell more shirts and talking about sustainability? It's a good question, of course. For us, what we want to do, we want to bring people who now maybe buy at a discount in sales 3 shirts for 100 euros because it's cheap, but they don't really wear them. We want to bring them to pay maybe 100 euros for a nice custom shirt and then really wear it and keep it a long time. So we want to make them pay more for something better, which they will keep longer. So this is our solution. We can still have growth, but by giving more value to clients and not by just giving them more stuff, which everybody has already their cupboards full of clothes. But maybe not. It's better to have a few good shirts than a lot of bad shirts. Yeah.